I always love checking in on what Kyle Kalinski's doing over at Secular Talk. We can't cover every single story that is newsworthy. Kyle did cover a story of a judge refusing to marry an atheist couple. I have thoughts on this. Let's first look at a little bit of Kyle's video.
We have a pretty clear case of discrimination here against atheists. Raw Story reports a Kentucky county judge refused to officiate a couple's wedding after they requested he respect their lack of religious beliefs. Trigg County Judge Hollis Alexander confirmed that he turned away Mandy Heath and her fiancé when Heath went to file the necessary paperwork at the local courthouse on the day before their wedding. Quote, "I will be unable to perform your wedding ceremony. I include God in my ceremonies, and I won't do one without." So these guys are like, well, but we're atheists, and we want to get married, and this isn't a church, you're a judge, this is the government. You can't say, because I disagree with your marriage, I'm not going to do it. But you're not a church, you're the government. You're the government. So you're just approving our marriage, we're two atheists, we want to get married, you have to do it. He's like, oh, no, I'm not going to do it. Because I think atheism is wrong, I believe in God, and I put God in all my ceremonies. So I'm not doing it, I'm not going to marry atheists. All right, we could use a little bit of outrage here, please. Like, we rightly get super outraged when gays are denied marriage rights. We should. We obviously would get outraged if it was... Can you imagine today an interracial couple, and they're like, we're going to get married. And somebody who represents the government is like, no, I'm against interracial marriage. Get the fuck out. There'd be headlines everywhere. Everywhere. Rightfully so. There should be, too. But when it's atheists, I don't know. There's not, like, people aren't like, oh my God, you're fucking refusing to marry atheists because you disagree.
Yeah, Kyle's right, but you could actually go even further. Can you imagine, we don't have to go to interracial, let's keep it just within religion. Can you imagine what would happen if an atheist county judge refused to marry Christians all of a sudden? Now, the Christians would say, well, hold on a second, the reason that this is okay, but that wouldn't be, is because this is a so-called Christian nation or a Judeo-Christian nation or built on Christian principles or whatever. Yeah, if that's what you believe with regard to allowing marriages, then you clearly don't understand separation of church and state and what it means to have civil law, et cetera, et cetera. And then people still like to say atheists aren't ever discriminated against in America. You can't give me examples of actual discrimination against atheists in America. It is absolutely disgusting. And by the way, do you agree to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. Is that any kind of a religious bias, particularly if you come from a religion that has multiple gods, for example? Everybody goes to, listen, if you're non-religious, okay, you just sort of, you go along with it, blah, 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 blah. I would argue, is it even binding in any way? Can you even really be charged with perjury if, as a non-religious person, you are told you have to swear an oath to a Bible that is of no meaning to you? Is that even really perjury if we say it's got to be sworn on the Bible? This can actually be a problem. Remove the Bible altogether from all of this and say you are here in this courtroom, this civil courtroom, which has nothing to do with God or Zeus or whoever, right? You have to tell the truth, and if you don't, that's a crime. Well, I want you to tell the truth, so help you God. All right, well, that doesn't really mean anything to me. That doesn't make sense. The story Kyle told us doesn't make sense. And just imagine the outrage if an atheist judge told a Christian couple he's not marrying them because he doesn't believe in religious marriage. Outrage.